Happy Vlogmas! Y'all, I am catching up on all these Vlogmas videos. I committed to it, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. And today we're gonna get right to it. I'm just gonna briefly, I don't know. So I feel like especially as a single mom, it is really important for me to create holiday magic without breaking the bank. And I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in the spending that comes along with the holidays. So for me, I'm gonna just get right to it. There are some things that I do to make sure that I can give her the experiences and I can keep my coins. First things first, Eventbrite. I have found so many cute events on Eventbrite. Everything from tree lighting ceremonies to free holiday movies to hot cocoa and caroling, all these different like cute holiday events for free 99. And that's why I love Eventbrite because there's so many different things, right? You have the free events and then you have the in between, you might spend $20, $30, and then you have the higher end events. So I try for the most part to do and catch as many of those free events as we can so that it leaves money to do like some of the more fun things that actually cost a little bit because let's be real, this particular holiday, everything is up, okay? And with that being said, I still want to go and do certain things with her, so I have to make sure there's funds for that. Now, outside of Eventbrite, I will say go follow your local, like whatever your local city government is. For instance, like City of Santa Monica, City of San Pedro, City of Long Beach, Inglewood, City of Inglewood, places like that. Most of these cities have a designated department for community services or community events. So there's a budget set aside for these particular things, like events to draw people or at least to serve their constituency. So you want to make sure that you are following your local city Instagram pages. I don't know about Facebook, but you could try Instagram pages for sure. And if they have an event page in terms of like Eventbrite, definitely follow there because there's so many free events that happen year round, but specifically for the holidays, there is tons and tons to do within, I would at least say, wherever you are, within a 10, 15, maybe even 20-mile radius, you will have constant events to choose from. So follow your local city government on Instagram, get in the loop. The third thing is if you are aware of who is your representative, whether it's the the mayor of your city, so City of LA's mayor, City of Compton's mayor, City of wherever's mayor, find your mayor, follow them. And if you're not within the city and you're within the county, follow your county supervisor. All of these people are going to be advertising whatever events that they're putting on for their constituents. They will be advertising on their Instagram. They'll be advertising on, most likely, I think they're still doing X. I don't know how I feel about X, but that's not why we're here. Also, Facebook, I feel like it's still a means of getting to people, but I feel like Instagram has really been a solid in that. So, this is an easy way too to get involved with your community. Once you start following these people online, you'll start seeing different events. But, these are just some ways that I have found, um, you know, free events and different things that are happening throughout my community. So the other hack I will say is finding your local, like the big shopping centers that are nearby to you. Um, those often will have, and it's not just shopping centers, they're also like communities. So the shopping centers and the communities will have events for their residents, but also to attract people to come to their shopping centers. For instance, Manhattan Village. I was scrolling on Eventbrite and I think I saw something about they were having a movie night, holiday movie night, and I think they were showing Home Alone. So that's happening at Manhattan Village, and I mean, there's places to eat over there. There's also, if you're doing shopping, which you don't have to, but that's an incentive to like, okay, you all can go grab something to eat, go catch a movie, or eat at home and then go watch the movie there. You're not entitled to spend money at these places, but they offer these things in hopes that people will come and do that. You're not, you do what you can, but find your shopping centers and then other like large scale developments. um, and I'm trying to think. Let me see, I had some in my notes, but go to those places. And oh, that was the other one, Ivy Station in Culver City. I was looking on Eventbrite there, and they were showing a holiday movie, Elf, and it's like free 99. We all love free 99. So make sure that you're aware of like some of the larger scale developments, especially the new ones that have both like residential and like retail all in one, and they're larger, not just like one building. We're talking about, I would say, at least 5 to 10 buildings if you're looking at a residential slash retail location. And then look at your local high-end shopping centers. Those usually will have some sort of event to serve not residents, to serve or attract customers. So keep that in mind, but you do not have to spend anything, okay? And, ooh, okay, 2 more. Drive-in movies. Now, I will say, ever since the pandemic, drive-in movies made, I would say, a full comeback, because I follow a couple different ones and they're spread out. They're spread out all over town. But my favorite one right now is Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet. Listen, Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet, you pay per car. So you put all them kids in that car and you pay one fee to get them to go see that movie. And they have different, rotations of movies that they show, but it's a lot cheaper than spending 25 to, well, I would say 18 to $25 per ticket if you're going to a movie theater. We'll say that to say, find you a drive-in. Okay? Go to a drive-in. The other thing is, I am a huge, like, I love a good deal. I love a coupon. I love a sale. And if I know that I can get it for the low and still get the same quality of experience, I'm going to find it for the low. So make sure that you are going to places like Groupon, Gold Star, and search, whatever holiday events, or just, type in holiday events and or select the week that you want to go or whatever. Find the search parameter that works for you, but just make sure that you're checking these sites, I would say, at least once a week. Because I know, for instance, on Groupon and Gold Star, I've seen where they've had tickets for Debbie Allen's Hot Chocolate Nutcracker. And I love Debbie Allen's Hot Chocolate Nutcracker. If I could go every year, I would, but depending on what my schedule is looking like. So Gold Star and Groupon, I've seen things on there for like LA Zoo lights, and that is, I mean, it does happen. I want to say it's a short period of time. Usually it's for like the winter holiday. A lot of this stuff ends either end of December or early to mid January. So go on Groupon, go on Gold Star. Make sure you're checking these places out on a weekly basis, and find you something to do, because you and those kids need to get out the house, and you need to go live out in all of this holiday goodness, soak up all the good energy, because half of the holidays is really just spending time with your family. And if that means like just going out to this event, and or going out to a movie night, or you know grabbing some hot chocolate and singing Christmas carols, go do it. Have fun. Like, that's what this is about. But that is also how I maintain, my finances, and also have a good time, because having a good time does not always mean going broke. But anywho, I hope this was helpful for you. And with that being said, good night.